While driving down the highway, you might want to shake, rattle, and roll, but not always. When the vehicle shakes while braking, it indicates that something is amiss. These signs should be taken seriously, and you should have your car checked out right away. In this video, we go over all of the main causes of your car shaking when you try to slow down and stop. We also examine the next actions you should take to guarantee your safety while driving. Warped or damaged brake rotors. By far the most frequent causes of a car shaking when braking are warped, rusty, worn, or damaged brake rotors. The brake rotors function similarly to discs. They are situated between the brake pads and fastened to the wheel's hub assembly. You can slow down the car by using the friction created by the pads squeezing together against the rotor. When you brake, these brake rotors may become warped and vibrate. As this happens, you may also hear a grinding noise. If you feel a shaking steering wheel while braking, it is likely warped front brake discs. However, the rear brake discs are probably the source of the issue if the entire vehicle trembles when braking, but you are unable to feel it through the steering wheel. Worn brake pads. Your car's brake pads aren't supposed to last a lifetime. The pad's material gradually deteriorates as you brake. You may experience some vibration and hear odd sounds once the pads need to be replaced. Having said that, using more recent brake pads may also cause some vibrations. Be prepared for some shaking to also happen if the brake pad has a flaw. Bent rims. You may have bent a wheel if you have struck curbs or potholes. There will be some shaking when driving and braking because of this condition. Because the wheel rotations are slower when braking or driving at slower speeds, you might only notice it slightly. But as you accelerate, the shaking might also get worse. Poor wheel alignment. When the wheel alignment is out of whack, you may notice shaking while braking and when driving normally. Unless the road forces it to do otherwise, the car should travel in a fairly straight line when the wheels are aligned. You may experience even more shaking when braking if the alignment is causing the car to veer to either side. In any case, it's critical to align the wheels so that you don't have to struggle to keep driving. Sticking brake calipers. The brake pads must be pushed into the rotor by the brake calipers. The calipers chambers fill with hydraulic fluid as you press the brake pedal. The rotor is under pressure as a result of the piston being forced outward to push into the pads. More fluid is forced out to raise the braking pressure the harder you press the brake pedal. Calipers can become stuck occasionally, making it impossible to apply the brakes. In other situations, the brake pads may never come off the rotor because the caliper may become stuck while it is engaged. Either way, you may feel vibrations, although being stuck while engaged should cause issues even when you aren't on the brake pedal. In this case, you could also smell something burning. Additionally, the wheels may become unbalanced, which could cause shaking when the brakes are applied. There may be a balance problem if your tires are either underinflated or overinflated. This condition causes the tires to wear out more quickly than they should because it puts additional strain on the vehicle's suspension. For this reason, consistent wheel balancing is required to guarantee both braking and a smooth ride. Suspension issues. A suspension issue is another reason why your car may shake when you brake and drive. The suspension suffers when you drive over potholes and other irregularities in the road. There might be a problem with the constant velocity joint or an axle. The car is known to shake when these joints are damaged. Examine the brake system. The brake system frequently causes the car to shake when braking. Examine the brake pads and rotors first. If they are worn, replace them whether or not it stops the shaking. Brake pads should cost between $125 and $300 per axle. Shaking may also be caused by warped rotors. Rotors can be replaced for $150 to $450 per axle, or resurfaced for around $30 each. Brake calipers that are stuck may require replacement or lubrication, which can cost $200 to $300 each. Examine the suspension. Verify the suspension system if the tires and brakes are in good condition. Examining the axles, CV joints, and other parts is part of this. The cost of repairs will differ based on the particular damaged parts. Evaluate tires. Check the wheels and tires to make sure the brake system is in good working order. The simplest solution is to start with tire pressures. Tire condition is maintained with routine wheel alignments and balancing every 6,000 miles. The cost of alignments ranges from $50 to $150, while balancing could cost $100. Repairing bent rims can cost anywhere from $150 to $500. See a mechanic. Go to a nearby auto repair shop if you can't identify the issue or don't feel comfortable fixing it yourself. Look for a shop that has the experience required for the model of your car. For certified technicians, it may be best to visit the dealership in certain situations.